Hey guys, you want to do business in Malaysia? This video is made for you. First, some few facts about Malaysia. Malaysia is located in Southeast Asia. The population is around 30.3 million inhabitants and they speak English and Malay. The capital is Kuala Lumpur and you must see the Petronas Tower, they are amazing. The currency is the ringgit, the Malaysian dollar, and it's a Muslim country. So now let's move on to the culture in the organization. So first, the power distance. It's the acceptation degree of the power distribution. A high power distance means inequality of power, while the low power distance refers to unequal distribution. Malaysia has a score of 100% in power distance, which means that they handle inequalities among people, ideal superior is a benevolent autocrat, and the organization structure are centralized. Second, individualism versus collectivism. It's the degree of an obligation an individual has toward his group. Malaysia has a score of 26%, which means that they are a collectivist society where commitment toward group is important. Malaysians need establishment of strong bonds because loyalty is key, and don't forget, offenses are inappropriate. Next, femininity against masculinity. This dimension indicates which attitude is the most valuable in the workplace, and Malaysia is right in the middle, so we cannot conclude. Now, the uncertainty avoidance. This dimension expresses the degree of comfort of individuals facing uncertainty and ambiguity. Malaysians have more relaxed attitudes, rules are minimal and can be diverse, schedules are very flexible, and innovation is very appreciated. Regarding the long-term or short-term orientation, this dimension indicates which objective is pursued by the country. The score of Malaysia indicates a normative approach with a great respect for traditions and a preference for quick results. Last but not least, restraint versus indulgence. This dimension expresses the degree of self-control. Malaysians have a positive attitude and they have leisure time because they want the realization of their desires and therefore they spend their money how they see fit. Let's move on to the Malaysian at the office. First, regarding the time focus, it's a polychronic culture. They like to focus on many tasks, therefore schedule and meeting time are very approximate, but the business is all about long-term relationship. The time orientation is about forward thinking, but they like to respect traditions. The power is very hierarchical, meaning that managers take the decision and employees execute them by always expecting each other to save face. In Malaysia, managers are leaders, and employees are rewarded based on their performances. Malaysia is both a being and a doing culture because they need to take actions in order to achieve their long-term vision. Regarding their space, even though the private zone is essential for saving face, their public attitudes are due to the relationship-oriented mindset. Now, concerning the verbal communication, Malaysia has a high context communication style, which means that they aren't explicit. They could agree to things they disagree with to save face. Be careful, the first meeting is about getting to know each other and not about business. Please don't worry, silence is not awkward. The nonverbal communication is important in Malaysia. Indeed, you need to avoid physical contact in order to respect the private zone. By the way, if a Malaysian avoids eye contact, it is not rude, and don't forget to bow if you are meeting an elderly. Finally, Malaysia is a collectivist society, which means that the interest of the group prevails over individuals. In the Malaysian leadership, two generations are opposed, an old one, directive and autocratic, and a new one, fostering autonomy and empowerment. Let's analyze the Malaysian negotiation style. To close a deal in Malaysia, you should be aware that business is not done between companies but between people. Therefore, you should designate a specific person who is responsible for the relationship with Malaysian partners. Before entering a bargaining stage of negotiation, Malaysians spend a considerable amount of time gathering information, which could take a while. When closing a deal, try to write a small legal contract rather than an oral agreement. However, it is only for a legal purpose because over there relationships are based on trust. Managing a conflict can help you in difficult times. It's all about saving face there. Therefore, don't get too personal or aggressive. To conclude, let's look at the do's and don'ts in Malaysia. As everywhere else in the world, try to be patient and be polite. However, in Malaysia, business cards is important. Take them with your right hand and pay attention to them. Please let the senior Malaysians take the lead on your project. And do not forget, bring a letter of introduction at the first meeting. What you should not do is putting your business card away, discussing sensitive subject, being too personal, and please don't bring your spouse to a business lounge. In your day-to-day life in Malaysia, eat with your right hand. Try to be a nice guest by bringing a gift. You can indicate people or object with your right thumb. It is also a very common to remove your shoes when entering a home, but most importantly, don't forget to smile. Finally, never touch someone's head. Never ever refuse a snack or a drink. Don't point your feet in another person's direction. Don't put your hands in your pocket and don't hit your fist in a cupped hand. In conclusion, the key words to do business and close a deal in Malaysia are open-mindedness, time, and trust.